Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, the story of an Indian family's struggle to adapt and adjust to a foreign and sometimes unforgiving country, exposing the cultural divide in America. She is asked to remove her Murshidabad silk sari in favor of a flowered cotton gown that, to her mild embarrassment, only reaches her knees. A nurse offers to fold up the sari, but, exasperated by the 6 slippery yards, ends up stuffing the material into Ashima's slate blue suitcase. It was only after the betrothal that she'd learned his name. 1 week later the invitations were printed, and 2 weeks after that she was adorned and adjusted by countless aunts, countless cousins hovering around her. These were her last moments as Ashima Baduri, before becoming Ashima Ganjuli. The bad news is that they are told by Mr. Wilcox, a compiler of hospital birth certificates, that they must choose a name for their son, for they learn that in America, a baby cannot be released from the hospital without a birth certificate, and that birth certificate needs a name. Once a week, Ashima makes 30 samosas to sell at the International Coffee House for 25 cents each, next to the Linzer squares baked by Mrs. Etzold and baklava by Mrs. Kasolis. It is nothing like the schooling Gogol's parents have known. Fountain pens and polished black shoes and notebooks and good names and sir or madam at a tender age. Here, the only official ritual is pledging allegiance first thing in the morning to the American flag. But you're Indian, Pamela says, frowning. I'd think the climate wouldn't affect you, given your heritage. Pamela, Nick's American, Lydia says, leaning across the table, rescuing Gogol from the conversation. He was born here. She turns to him, and he sees from Lydia's expression that after all these months, she herself isn't sure. Weren't you? That it was she who had encouraged Gogol to meet Maushumi will be something for which Ashima will always feel guilty. How could she have known? But fortunately they have not considered it their duty to stay married, as the Bengalis of Ashoki and Ashima's generation do.